name is Jonathan. I'm from Xtracta. You may not have heard of us. We're relatively new into the data capture sphere. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about our product and also a little bit about artificial intelligence, which is one of our main areas of work in the company and an area that we're putting a lot of research into. And it looks like we've got some timing issues. So leave this beside. Basically what we do at Xtracta, we provide software that captures data from documents. They could be scanned, they could be digital, they could be photographed even. And we enter that data into a variety of systems. It could be Xero, it could be an inventory system, it could be a payroll system. So we support a large variety of document types, and our customers use us for virtually any document type. So accounts payable invoices are very common, but we also have a large number of clients using it for sales orders, people using it for receipts, really a large variety. So we try to be quite agnostic as to the types of documents that we want to process. As you can probably see on the screen, it's hidden a little bit far in front of me. We have our software is designed so that it's structured to support multiple locations. And one of the main questions that our customers ask us is around data sovereignty. And especially because for us, that a large number of our clients are in the enterprise and government space, they often have requirements around hosting data within certain locations. So we offer that ability where we run servers around the world. The other thing, sorry, I was going a little bit faster here, is when it comes to our pricing, we're very much a software-based company. We don't provide an outsourced business processing service. So like a few of the others that you would probably think are in our sphere. We're purely a technology company, and we focus purely on technology to achieve the automated capture. So we're very fortunate to receive a grant from the New Zealand government through the Ministry of Science and Innovation about a year ago to start up an artificial intelligence research department. And what this has allowed us to be able to do is to make computers that basically think like people. So we're producing computers and computer programs that are fuzzy, they're not purely logical. So when you think of computer programs, you typically think that it's rules-based. So if X equals Y, then do Z. Artificial intelligence takes that a step back, and what we do is we try and make a computer that thinks a little bit less logically. And the word is usually that we use, which is fuzzy. It's a very interesting field, and the future of what this is going to be able to achieve for humanity even is going to be very interesting. And I'm going to speak a little bit about that today. So I think my clicker's working now. No? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so can you define artificial intelligence? And the question is very it's a very wide-ranging term. People who think that their vacuum cleaner can walk around the house or drive yourself around your house, is that called artificial intelligence? Or is it really an artificial intelligence like the Terminator or an iRobot, the robot that can do really any household tasks? So it's quite an open area. The thing about artificial intelligence is that we aren't at a stage yet where we have this concept which is called strong AI, or general intelligence. And this is where a computer thinks purely like a person does. What general intelligence will allow a computer to be able to do is to pretty much replicate a human. And so it would be able to make decisions for things that it doesn't know about. It will be able to learn virtually any type of area. So, for example, for us, our artificial intelligence is based purely around documents, whereas the vacuum cleaner that walks around your home or drives itself around your home, that's got a very specific artificial intelligence that's just for determining routes throughout your home. So, strong AI is this concept of having an artificial intelligence system that can think of documents, that can think of how to work its way around your house, how it can do virtually anything. And so that's really the pinnacle of where people who are doing research in this area are trying to get. And it's going to be coming close very soon. You may have heard that Google have purchased a couple of robotics companies lately, and also a company called DeepMind for $400 million US. And they were purely to develop this general artificial intelligence system. So If you're looking for a stock recommendation, I would recommend Google. I think that what is going to happen in the next 20 years is going to be powered by technology that companies like Google are working on. So the strength of artificial intelligence is to know more than just one thing about whatever you're working on. So, for example, for us for documents, if we've got an invoice, for example, people will say, "Oh, why don't you look for where it says invoice number in front of the invoice number, or where the date is in a certain format?" And yes, that will work, but it will always lead to problems because there's always those times when different suppliers have different formats. People have random data within their actual line items. So the key thing to make it work successfully is that you need to have multiple features and multiple things that you use to make a decision. So if I have a look, for example, at this, if I were to ask you, what is this? People would say it's a microphone stand. And the reason that they've been able to reach that decision is because of a number of decisions that they've made about things like the setting, the look of the object, and that type of thing. So if I were to ask you, perhaps, what is it about this that makes it look like a microphone stand? You might say that it's black, it's tall, it's got the right angles, the object itself suggests it's a microphone stand, but probably in your subconscious you're thinking of, well, we're in a presentation, it's at the front of the room, the presenter is interacting with it. There's a lot more to the decision-making process that you may not be aware of. And so with the artificial intelligence side of things, especially for us, what we try and do is build the computer so that it thinks of all these different things that help us to reach those decisions. So when it comes to data within a document, it's things like the location, the context, who the client might be. They might have specific requirements, and we can do that based on what we've seen previously for that client. Typically, for the accountants and bookkeepers in here, you'll have clients who have very specific requirements around what they might want to capture from each of their documents. So you know that because they've told you that, or you found out because you've done something wrong and they've got angry at you, or the like. So the computer, it needs to take that feedback as well, and the learning process is taking that feedback that you give it to help it then better itself for the next time. So that's sort of how the process works. So what does this mean for us in the future? So you may have seen these things around, or heard of these things. This is a quadricopter, or what is now being known as a drone. And this particular model is designed by Amazon, and they're going to be using this to develop or to deliver products to their customers. Now, this will fly up from the Amazon warehouse, and it will fly through the skies, land at someone's house, drop off their package. And so the questions around how that would happen, well, obviously there's GPS data, but then how does it know where to land? So it's going to look for things like perhaps the color of the roof of the house. Does it define the boundaries of a yard? How does it know, whether or not there's a dog there that's going to come and eat the package? So you can't have a system that is purely based on set rules. The system must be able to adapt and learn. And so that's what Amazon will be working on for this. Now this thing, it's called, I think, PeaceMat. It's developed by the US Department of Defense, and it looks a lot like a person. And this has got the ability to walk, maneuver, and do everything like a human can. So, for example, if you push it, it can steady itself, it can work its way around obstacles, and it can learn as it goes as to how to deal with a situation at hand. So this might be the future soldier. So the thing about artificial intelligence is that it's primarily software driven at this stage. And so it's not about having set procedures, it's about having software that's designed, so as I say, so that it adapts to the situations around it. It will lead to the automation of some basic jobs, so obviously data entry, which is where we're at, but also into areas like maybe cleaning, so you might have a robot that comes and cleans your bathrooms or your office or something like that, sorting packages, distribution companies, so perhaps in warehouses you'll see more robotics. And again, that's something that Google, I know, has invested into, so it's interesting to see how they deal with that. So, lastly, so I know I'm running out of time here. Okay. Suffice to say, my personal opinion is that artificial intelligence is really going to be the future of us going forward. We had an industrial revolution, we've had an information revolution, and my feeling is that robotics and computers that think like people will be the next. So this is an area that, as a company, that we're sort of starting to move into with our artificial intelligence research and development department, but it's going to be very interesting to see what this means for humanity and yourselves as time progresses. So I think I'm out of time. Am I right? Yep. Okay, thanks very much, guys.